Okay, so if you're here now, it's because you've finished doing all of your play with your different shapes for patterns. And now I'm going to give you a little practice of the type of peaceful pattern prompt, all peace, except for the perfectionism. We're going to do a peaceful pattern prompt together. So the prompt is to take one of the patterns that you created with these shapes and lines and surround one of the patterns with the other. So I will show you what I mean, but you can do whatever you like. And I like to work in cards that are, something that basically fits inside my hand because it's just friendly and easy. So we want to take one of these patterns and make it almost like a frame to go around the other. So I'm going to start, I'm just attracted to this pattern at the moment. So I'm going to pick this one, right? And you might have your cards laid out in front of you. That's a good way to do it. And then I'm also going to pick this one. And I'm thinking this might change, but I'm thinking I'm going to use this as the frame and this as the center. So let's see what happens. Now, again, this is not a right or wrong. It doesn't mean you need to do what I'm doing. You might have your own idea, and if that's the case, please be off and running with your own idea. But if you're looking for a little guidance, it might feel good to have a little guidance at this moment. So this pattern is really just made of lots of little circles, and then occasionally I leave like a round space. Within the circle, I'm making these rather larger than I do here. And I'm just going to kind of plot this out a little bit. And I'm probably going to trim this card down because it feels kind of larger than what I'm going to do for the demo here. In fact, maybe I will give myself some creative license to adapt. This almost feels like fish eggs or something clustering together. Right, it's really just taking your time with this and allowing the pattern to develop on its own. Just let your hand repetitively draw. It's really relaxing if you just give yourself a little bit of space and time. I like to turn it around. All right, and now I have a border or a frame. And so now I'm just going to take my waves slowly and imperfectly right in the center. Again, you might be doing something really different. That's great. That's perfect. I'm really just accompanying you, and if you need an idea, then this might give you a good place to start. Then if yours starts to depart from what I'm doing, that's great too. I like to create a little wave group down here as well. That way there's a little variety, and it's kind of like the waves on the ocean. And this doesn't need to be the be all and end all. This might be another warm-up. We work small for a reason, because it's easy to experiment and try something again and try something new and just see where it takes you. And I might like the end result here and I might not. And again, same point, that is okay. But I'm learning. So I'm combining these two existing patterns together. I'm learning things about what I like and what looks good to me and what's fun to draw and what's not. But hopefully this has given you a good taste of how we would take one of the prompts of the, right? So this is the kind of prompt you're going to get when we start the Peaceful Patterns Challenge, right? I'll send you an email every day of the challenge, the 5 days of the challenge, with a prompt just like this. Use one pattern as a frame around the other. And I'll have some visual examples too, so that if you're not quite sure, it'll feed your imagination a bit. Right, because I want to make this fun and accessible. But really, the main purpose is to get you creating. So, feel free to adjust things and change it in a way that feels right for you. And really, if you create the 5 days, then check, done. Right? That's the purpose, is to just instigate creativity. That's why I'm here, and that's what I'm hoping to help you do. There. All right. We're going to call it right there. So there's our framing pattern, our center pattern, and here's what resulted, at least so far. So I hope that you have a great time with your pattern play. And can't wait to see what you create. And I hope that you share with our hashtags, Mindful Art Studio and Create with Amy M, so that we can share in your work and celebrate. Well, I hope you had a ton of fun. And like I said, if you're looking for even more inspiration and guidance and tools, I would love for you to check out the Peaceful Patterns package that I created for you. And you'll find those links here on this page. Take care.